Hello, Theatre Meerkat here. Welcome to what will hopefully be the last episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, a Final Unity Let's Play. It does actually feel good to come to this point now, although I've enjoyed this Let's Play enormously. But let's get on now and do this thing. Might take me a moment to find out where... Ah yes, this is where we left things off.
It bears some similarities to the transporters we encountered on Alanor.
We should be cautious around these Chodak devices. Stop. That circle on the floor looks suspect.
You are correct. The pad is the focal point of a transporter. Anyone stepping onto the pad will be beamed to a receiving station elsewhere in the device.
I should go first in case the Garidians or the Chodak are waiting in ambush.
Well, I've actually played through to the end, and what he's about to do is pointless. But at least you don't die. So...
We have not received a report.
That's true.
We haven't heard anything.
That's true.
I don't think
I don't want you to talk to
he isn't
yourself.
reporting back.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear our only recourse is to go onto transporter. It's kind of dangerous, but isn't much else to do. Well, he's not dead. That's good.
Where is the rest of my team? My phaser and tricorder are gone.
It's like you're on your own for this.
I'm not certain what it is.
There's no way to scan it either.
Welcome, Jean-Luc Picard, chosen representative of the United Federation of Planets. You have done well so far. If you prove yourself worthy in these final tests, the Unity device will be yours.
Who are you?
Doesn't matter which question you ask, by the way, it still disappears. So I guess the rest of the team has been taken somewhere else because they're not the chosen representative. Maybe it chose him because he's a captain.
I
I'm
have
not
examined the
sure.
shuttle. It will only launch with 3 passengers.
Captain Picard,
Where is my awaitee?
we don't know. Our team also disappeared when we went through the transporter.
Their fates are insignificant compared to the matter before us.
If they have died, at least it was for a good cause.
What do you know about these tests?
The Chodak rebels who sent the Unity device into the future set up a number of tests to ensure that whoever found the device was worthy of its power.
It appears that we have been chosen to compete for the device.
Neither the Garidians nor the Federation has any claim to the device. It rightfully belongs to the Chodak.
We shall see. It seems to me that we are all on an equal footing here.
For the moment, this shuttle will take us to the Unity device control complex.
Now, he's the master of the 9 chances, apparently. It seems likely that he'd be good at this. But we'll see. Well, you'll see, I don't know. But, yes. I suppose I am acting as if I don't. That's probably the proper attitude to take to this recording. I'm just in a good mood, by the way, in case you can't tell. So if I seem to be extremely cheerful, I'm not laughing at you or anything.
I would like to know
I'm just
more
in a
about the
good
tests
mood.
we face.
I do not know exactly what form they will take, but trials and tests have always determined rank and position in Chodak society.
How powerful is the Unity device?
It can alter physical reality anywhere in the galaxy.
The wreckage of the Romulan and Chodak fleets clearly demonstrates its potential as a weapon.
Its capabilities are infinitely greater. Theoretically, the Unity device could be used to unmake the galaxy.
Then it would indeed be a catastrophe if it fell into unscrupulous hands.
Unscrupulous or incompetent, even a well-meaning master could wreak havoc with its power.
What do you intend to do with the device, if you should get it?
The ancient Chodak brought this power into the universe, and we accept that responsibility. We will rebuild the Chodak Empire and control the Unity device ourselves.
Yes.
Geridian
Well, I thought
society is
you were
on the
gonna do.
verge of anarchy. It will take something as powerful as the Unity device to restore order. Our need outweighs your fantasy of empire building. And you, Picard?
The Unity device is too powerful for any one race to control. It must be used for the common good. Perhaps its power can help establish a lasting peace between our peoples.
You speak of my fantasies, Pentara. We are about to dock. May the worthiest species prevail. I will check the far door. You two check the others.
Your words made much sense to me, Picard. You and I should work together. Our governments may not be allies, but at least we share many of the same values. If Brodnak gets the device, we both lose.
Well, Brodnak would certainly betray me in a second, assuming he even agreed to make a deal with me at all. But I think there's a possibility that Pentara could be trustworthy. As a side note, I think it's interesting if you look at their positions. Captain Pentara is very concerned about her own world, which makes sense. The Chodak are obvious society based on proving yourself to be superior to others. So it makes sense that he would want to rebuild his empire, and the Federation is all about races cooperating and trying to have peace with each other and live in harmony. So it makes sense that Captain Picard would have these values. It's just interesting how representative it is of their own race, their own people.
Agreed. Perhaps our governments can share the power of the device. A force field blocks the doorway. I can see some sort of pedestal in the room holding a sculpture or symbol of some kind. Do not be alarmed, Jean-Luc. Using the power of the Unity device, I have returned from the future to warn you. Do not trust the aliens. They will betray you and take the device for themselves. Take this artifact. It will help you. Help us win the Unity device for the Federation.
Picard. Picard, are you with us?
Don't forget that the future version of himself that he just saw could actually be part of the test. We don't know yet. Well, he did say that we shouldn't, I shouldn't trust them, so it makes sense to not tell them about it.
Yes, let's get on with it.
We're surrounded by force fields. This is some kind of a trap.
The force field will lower when one of us passes this test.
What is the test?
This table is the apparatus for the second challenge, one of the oldest of the Chodak tests.
What is this second challenge?
It is a test of stamina and cunning given to Chodak youth. It is used to cull the weak and feeble-minded before resources are wasted on them.
How does it work?
You will find out once the test begins.
That is hardly fair.
The Chodak have spent many millennia preparing for this day. I have spent my entire life getting ready to pass these tests. Is it fair that I give up the advantage I have earned?
If you are truly the most worthy, then explaining the test to us won't put you at a disadvantage.
It will make your inevitable victory all the more noteworthy.
Very well. Pick up these semicircular blocks. When it is your turn, place one or both blocks in the receptacles. Picard, your left receptacle targets me. The right one targets Captain Pentara. Then push the button. A jolt of energy will be delivered to one or both of the others. The last one standing passes the test.
When will the test begin?
Momentarily. It is your turn first, Captain Picard.
Pentara, we should work together now.
All right. If we concentrate our efforts on Broadneck, we should be able to overcome his superior stamina.
A clever move. You learned quickly. This challenge might prove interesting after all. I will still prevail, of course.
I want to have a look at this thing first.
The field energy jumps across the air gap to the field emitter.
Don't worry, this is less complicated than
The
it
force
looks.
field energy is emitted through this device. The field energy must return to this terminal to complete the circuit. It's still not high enough. The force field appears to emanate from this device. The lower air gap is larger than the upper air gap.
Right, so I think you're beginning to get the picture here. We need all three of them to be able to break the circuit. Okay, hopefully I can take them apart later. This might be the wrong time to ask, we'll see.
There must be another way out of the chamber besides submitting to this test.
Such as?
I don't know yet.
When you figure it out, let me know.
Now, I just want to save it because I have a feeling that you need to make sure that C understands that you need all three pieces together to break the circuit, and if you don't, then you fail the test. I'm not certain, we'll see.
I cannot use the...
I might cut this out, I'm just going to try this one last time.
The field energy must return to this terminal. The lower air gap. The field energy... The force field energy is emitted through this device. The force field appears... The force field energy passes through this coil, out the field emitter, and returns to the common terminal. If I can somehow make the lower air gap smaller, the field energy would jump directly to the common terminal and bypass the field emitter entirely. These blocks from the test are metallic, and together they're exactly the right size to fit into the lower air gap.
Sorry, but I think I need to lead the game into pointing out that you need all of them. Sec.
The blocks fit, but it will take all 3 sets to disable the force field.
Yes, now I'm certain that we can begin the test. Sorry that took a while.
Give up, Admiral. Pentara and I have agreed to join forces. You cannot withstand both of us.
Come now, Picard. The test has barely begun, and you claim victory already?
He's not
It is your turn, Captain Pentara.
very good at maths,
We
obviously.
will defeat you, Broadneck.
You are both weak. It is your turn, Captain Picard.
As you can see, this represents our health bar, the amount of life that we've got. So as you can see, it did hurt, but it didn't destroy.
There must be another way out of the chamber besides submitting to this test.
Such as?
I believe we can disable the force field with these blocks from the test apparatus, but it would take all 3 sets.
I don't think you'll be able to convince Broadneck to cooperate with us.
You really do need to do this to lead it to the place where it accepts that you need all 3. Sometimes you have to do this my little dance with this game, I tend to find.
You're losing, Admiral. If you agree to give up your quest to rebuild the Chodak Empire, we can work together and find another way out of here.
You don't understand. Membership in our empire would improve your species.
I like my species the way it is. Every Garidian will be dead before the first Chodak steps on Garidian soil.
If that's the way you want it. It will be interesting to see which of you falls first. It is your turn, Captain Picard.
You can't win, Broadneck.
You have not defeated me yet.
We will defeat you, Broadneck.
I have sworn to regain the Unity device for my people. It is the destiny of the Chodak race. But I have failed. Before you kill me, promise that you will use the power of the device wisely.
I have no desire to kill you, Admiral, but we cannot allow you to rebuild the Chodak Empire by conquest.
But our intentions are benign. You would be happier under our leadership.
Finish him now, while we have the advantage.
That's not what the Federation is about. It's not who Captain Picard is.
Even if we defeat Broadneck here, the Chodak will still have to be dealt with.
The Unity device will take care of them.
Don't think that's a good idea.
No. Everyone, including the Chodak, must be protected from the misuse of this power. A council representing all civilizations should be created to control the device. We need you to convince your people of that. Will you help us?
The thought of untested species using the Unity device is almost unthinkable. But there is wisdom in your words, Picard. I will cooperate.
Good. Now, let's find a way out of here.
How do you intend to disable the force field, Picard?
I need all the blocks from the test.
Take them.
Here.
I suppose since Brodnak comes from a society where everything you gain through competition, it does make sense that he would find cooperating with someone else to be a really terrible idea. It goes against the way his society works. And I forgot the one I left it there. Anyway, this episode might be quite long, but I'm determined to get to the end of it. You believe I actually spent, I don't know if you've been watching my Zelda Let's Play, but I actually spent 5 entire episodes on the Spirit Temple, which probably took me a couple of months, to guess.
It works. The field energy has been redirected to the common terminal. There, the force field is down.
You humans are resourceful.
Now what?
Now we go into that room that was blocked
I
before.
believe that symbol on the pedestal is the key to the door leading to the control center.
Use the artifact I gave you, Jean-Luc.
Good idea.
I don't understand why you brought us across.
We agreed to work together.
I had assumed that agreement was a compromise you made out of weakness. You had the opportunity to take the Unity device for yourself.
Compromise isn't always a sign of weakness, Admiral. It's the basis of trust.
That is an unusual concept. I shall ponder it.
Well, at least he's not rejecting it completely. Yep. Looks like it's this door that's left.